You've probably seen videos all over TikTok and Instagram about UGC, but what exactly is UGC? And how do you start making money with brands creating content for them to be utilized on their pages and paid advertisement, even if you have 0 followers? In this video, I am breaking down step by step how beginners can start UGC and get paid to create videos for brands. If you're new here, I'm Callie at Honeypop Socials, and we are here to talk about how to get started as a UGC creator from beginners, knowing nothing in UGC or content creation in general. Also, it's going to be a little bit messy today. This is a little chaotic. I just wanted to make a YouTube video because of this new setup that I got here, and just ignore all of the sound in the back. We're just gonna get into it, okay? First, what even is UGC? UGC stands for user-generated content. Basically, it's original photos and videos that you create for brands, kind of like an influencer, but without the following. And the photos and videos that you produce are utilized by the brand on their page or their advertising purposes, like marketing purposes, or listing it out on Amazon, or listing it out on their website, or just basically for the brand's purpose. So kind of being a unprofessional videographer or photographer, because nowadays people are scrolling on Instagram and TikTok and they come across these people that are just everyday people like us, me and you, that are presenting these products, that are promoting these products that they can actually relate to. Traditional ads are not it anymore, and that authentic videos from people just like you and I perform better for their target audience. So if you searched what is UGC or how to become a UGC creator, you're in the right place. Step 1, we're going to try and understand what UGC is and kind of get into the nitty and gritty of understanding what consists of UGC content, user-generated content. UGC creators like me get paid to create videos and photos like unboxings, testimonials, reviews, story type videos, which is solving a problem with a solution from the product. Or this could also consist of aesthetic photo shots or aesthetic video clips like B-roll footage, which B-roll footage is basically footage utilizing the product and manipulating the product, or manipulating whatever the sense of the video is talking about. So kind of like a voiceover going over clips to kind of visualize what the creator or the person is talking about. Basically, think of yourself as a freelance content creator that brands will hire to create content that feels more authentic to utilize for their marketing or organic purposes like on their socials. Step 2 is to research the market. Next, you need to research brands in industries that you are passionate about. For me, for example, I'm passionate about either digital products, any kitchen gadgets, home goods, furniture, anything colorful, food and drinks in the health and wellness area, or pet products because I also have a dog and cat. So I can also get free items for them, as well as creating content in return and also getting paid for it. Then you want to start by looking at their social media, either through TikTok or Instagram, and you want to try and see if they are already using UGC creators or real people like you and I that are sharing their stories or sharing their reviews or testimonials, or just basically doing like a day in the life with that product or that service that they're providing. And if yes, then they're likely hiring UGC creators, and those are the brands that you want to reach out to. Now moving on to step 3 is creating your portfolio. One of the most common mistakes of being a UGC creator is expecting that brands will reach out to you. Instead, you are going to create your own UGC portfolio by prioritizing 3 to 5 videos that you are going to create at home utilizing everyday products that you already own. Because 1, you already know how to use these products, therefore you already know how to talk about them and even share the benefits of the product. So for example, if you use a skincare product religiously, then you're most likely going to be able to talk about that product in a very good light and also share the benefits of the product, because that's the whole point of what UGC is sharing your side of the story on why you like this product. So basically as if you're talking to a friend and trying to influence your friend to buy this product. These can also be mock videos for brands that you eventually want to work with in the future. These mock videos will show brands what you can do or what you can bring to the table as a content creator, UGC creator, right? Again, remember, you don't need to work with any brands to start being a UGC creator. This is your showcase. This is what you're going to bring to the table by showing what you can do already, is by utilizing your skills with the products that you already own and showcase it to the brand later on. That is how I started. I literally had no brands in the back of my portfolio at all that I worked with. I just created videos off of the products that I did own already, or even reach out to brands and get gifted products and create videos for them and use that on my portfolio. But then again, you also don't need to invest into feeling that stigma of having to send in that video for that brand, even if you're not getting paid, but you got the free product. So I would say try and focus on 3 to 5 products that you already own, so you don't have to invest your time and pressure into creating a video, and a good video, for your first few collaborations. Step 4 is setting your rates and knowing your worth. A huge question I get is, how much do UGC creators make? UGC creators come from different areas and different skills, therefore rates vary. Beginner UGC creators typically start from $100 to $300 per video, but as the rates are going up and inflation and just the whole community of UGC and the amount of work that we put in one video, which is scripting, editing, understanding strategy behind a video, filming, actor, marketing, accountant. Like literally, we are every single person in a business when you become a UGC creator. So you got to keep in mind that your worth and your time is very valuable. So don't undercharge just because you're new, because brands will really take advantage of you, especially because if you think about it, if a brand were to actually create a commercial, which UGC is basically creating mini commercials, they they would have to hire a whole lighting crew, they would have to hire a videographer crew, a photographer crew, they would have to hire scripting people. Like, you have to think of it as like a huge production company, like a huge production happening, and brands are saving so much money by paying $2,000 for one video instead of having to hire a whole production company for like $33,000. Like, they're saving a ton of money to get videos put out there, utilizing it for ads rather than having to spend a whole $33,000 for a 30-second video. So when you come down to pricing your rates and knowing your worth, you have to try to keep that in mind, that brands are saving so much by utilizing you as a content creator, and your content has real value. Step 5 is finally pitching to brands. Once you finally have your portfolio built and created and finally ready, again, don't procrastinate into this. And if you think that your portfolio is about ready and you have some finishing touches that you want to do, it doesn't have to be perfect. Just get your content out there so that you're able to share it to brands when you're finally pitching to them, and then go back later to tweak a few things if you want to really make it polished and perfect and fitting your brand. So now you're going to start pitching to brand, and you can pitch in multiple different ways. You can use Instagram DMs, LinkedIn, or email. But in my opinion, what I think is best is utilizing Instagram for a way to get the correct email. Again, you want to find the email that is either marketing email, collaboration email, socials email, or anything that is tied to social media or that are in charge of working with creators like you or influencers, like they're also content creators. So you have to try and find the person that is actually in charge of that and will be able to give you an answer whether or not they can fit you in their budget. And in your pitch, you're going to introduce yourself, you're going to share your portfolio, and instead of saying you have all of these skills, kind of want to lead with value. And what I mean by that is explain how your videos, specifically your videos, is going to help them in their marketing and how they are going to receive conversions, sales, results just by utilizing your video and your skills. Kind of coming along with the lines of, hey brand, my name is blah, 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 this is what I do. I noticed that you are missing this in your social media content strategy, and I believe that this would help a lot better to build conversion or build community or whatever you think that the brand is looking for. And then end it with, I would love to hop on a call to talk more about strategy and share my ideas on how UGC can help you grow your social media or bring in conversions, blah, 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 stuff like that. And then you also want to share your portfolio. Step 5B is, instead of pitching to brands, you can actually find gigs without pitching by signing up on a lot of UGC platforms. One of my favorite UGC platforms is not specifically for UGC, but I'm sure you have heard of it. It is called Fiverr, where you can list what you do and what your skills are as a creator or as a person, whether it is accounting, whether it is videography, photography, building a social media page, building websites. This specifically, you can also list out that you are a UGC creator and you work with brands, that you create marketing assets for them or social media content for them. And finally, once you get your gig set up on Fiverr, brands are able to find you easily and you don't have to do the work to pitch. Or you can apply to tons of other UGC platforms out there, which you came to the right spot, because lucky for you, I have a free UGC platform bank down below, which you can click. It's a link, and you'll see a list of different platforms that I have signed up on personally, or just other platforms that I've came across, and I also just put it on there as well. This is your bread and butter for getting as many UGC gigs as you can without having to personally pitch by cold pitching, because now these platforms are going to show you brands that are actively looking for creators like you and I to create content for them, rather than having to find random brands and not even knowing if they are actually looking for creators to create content for them. And for step 6 is to deliver quality content and also build long-term relationships with these brands. Talking to other UGC creators or those who have higher skills than me, when I started, the biggest advice that they were giving to me is to always over-deliver. When you over-deliver, the brand will realize like, ooh, this creator is who I really want to work with. Someone that is really putting their all into the strategy, someone that is putting their all into their brand is how they're going to see you and perceive you as a content creator and want to work with you long-term. And what I mean by this is to be able to be on time at all time. To be on time all time. To be on time all the time. Be professional, stick to the deadlines, and also ask for testimonials. By asking for these testimonials, it is going to deliver amazingly to other brands when you want to work with them in the future, because you can actually put these testimonials, or case studies is what I like to call them, into your portfolio to kind of show other brands like, oh, this is what the past brands had to say about the work that I completed for them. And to have these testimonials and case studies, it gives you credibility in the UGC world to kind of show the brand that you do know what you're doing and that you have worked with brands before, because brands love creators that they can rely on and creators that know what they're doing. And again, you are a beginner, so you don't have to have this case studies or reviews all up in advance, but that's the whole point. You're going to try and perceive yourself as you've done this before and you know what you're doing. And finally, when you do land your first gig, go all in with that brand and you get the case study that you need so you can put it on your portfolio. And the best part is, when you are keeping these long-term relationships with these brands, repeat clients are key to consistent income in the UGC world. And step 7 is to stay consistent and keep learning. A lot of people on here are typically trying to find a get-rich-quick scheme. And again, UGC is not a get-rich-quick scheme. And honestly, I don't think any industry is. The amount of work that you are putting into UGC, it will show. It will show through income, it will show through knowledge, it will show through how you feel about this business, how serious you make it out to be. It takes time to get noticed, and it also takes a lot of work to actually find the brands that you want to work with and stay consistent to work with them, and that consistent income will flow. And remember, this is your day one. You can't compare your day one to someone else's day 100. You're going to keep filming, you're going to keep editing, and you're going to improve every time as you go, because boo-boo, I can't tell you the amount of times that I've improved my video based off of like just learning from the last brand that I worked with. My first UGC video was not all that. I'm not going to lie. It is not as sexy as my UGC videos today. And even then, I know that I can still keep improving and what I can do better with the current UGC videos that I do now. And I know that every time I create a UGC video, it always comes out better and better the next time. And later on, you can update your portfolio, you can start investing, you can start getting that income from these brands and investing towards your business, like investing in a better editing software or investing in a portfolio domain, or all of the tools that are going to help you make more money in the UGC industry and help you get discovered for quality UGC videos or UGC content. And another way to get discovered is also by posting your UGC experience on social media or your knowledge behind what UGC is through social media. And don't forget to use keywords like UGC for beginners, or get paid to make videos, or become a UGC creator to get discovered. All right, guys, we made it through all 7 steps, and that was your whole step-by-step guide to start and launch your UGC career today, because boo-boo, you are going to get paid for creating content, for your creativity, for the skills that you provide without having the followers that an influencer has. Yes, it's mid 2025, but we're gonna get it out there and you are gonna get started with it because it is your year, boo thing. I know you might be a little late, but you're never too late to start now. And if you want more tips on actually how to get started step by step, holding your hand through every little aspect of UGC, whether it's pitching, whether it's how to price yourself, whether it's how to build your portfolio, or overall how to grow your UGC career, within the next 6 to 7 months, I will be launching my beginner's UGC course, where I will be holding your hand through every little thing in the UGC industry, in the UGC community, in the UGC world. So don't forget to subscribe and comment UGC below so I know that you're ready to get paid to make videos. And as always, don't forget to dream big and make it happen. Lots of love.
Okay, let's go.